Hey everybody, this is Mark at Short Shift Broadcasting. I'm here to show you a demo of a game by Stereo Games. It's called Car Manufacture. I caught this on Steam. You can download it there if you're interested, and it is a car tycoon game. So let's jump right into that and start a new game. In the demo, there is only one scenario called Indianapolis 501, which will the reason for that name will be evident after we play through this. So let's jump right into it and get started. You can obviously name your car factory. So we're gonna call it Marco Beal, and we're gonna choose a logo. We have only one city to choose from, which is Detroit, and hitting play is gonna load the game into there, and we're going to get right on into this. And you will see this is a beautiful, beautiful little gem that I am looking forward to play in the full version of it. So it's not like you can design your own cars. It looks like I have a loading problem here. Looks like it's not responding right now. There we go. There she is. Do we want to start the tutorial? No, that's the whole point of this playthrough here. Get you familiar with how everything works. So you turn around. Controls are pretty basic, just like any other game in this kind of genre. We have a big lot here that's been fenced in with a beautiful wall. You see that we have a train station right next door with a little gate here. The main gate is here, and the small man gate is over there. So on the bottom left of your screen, let's start here with the time clock. Obviously, we're going to pause the game here for just a moment. On the left bottom of your screen, we have where we are now the play mode, and on the left of that is the editor mode. Then we have sales and promotion, the technology tree, and the research and the economy. So we're going to go into the editor mode first, and then we'll see on the top left here that we have another bar here. We can build several things. We have brick buildings, we have Roman buildings, metal buildings. You can build a cage, and then obviously there's a few doors that you're going to be needing. So let's start with our factory, and we're going to build it over here on this side because the train station is very important for us to get our goods in. So you basically just click and drag. Pretty simple. It speaks for itself, really. And what I'm going to do here on the back side, right there by the train station, is I'm going to build a double door, and I'm going to build a man door right here on this side. So all right, so basically that is our factory for our first production of vehicles. Now, when we go to production, we have the choice of an assembly station, and as we start the game, we only have one assembly pad here, and uh, that is going to be placed into the factory, and we're going to have to put a door right in front of it, a garage door, and you do have to align those pretty good. You can move them, as you can see. We need to align that door. I guess we're going to have to leave the door and move the pad a little tad over this way, and you will see why that is, because you have to be able to transport the vehicles out with a conveyor link, and the conveyor has to line up with the door. If it doesn't line up, as you can see, then this is your problem. I guess I had it right in the first place. So let's move it back to where it was and hit the conveyor belt under the transport tab, and there you see the conveyor is ready to go out. Now you'll see here there's a red icon there that shows us we have nothing that we can do right. We have no people working there, but we can't get started just yet. We need to get storage in for the stuff that we need to build this car. So we're going to create a storage pad here, and you can use the pellets to store the goods on. So you're going to fill this whole thing up with pellet spots, and you don't have to leave open spaces here. They'll walk all over it, doesn't matter much. and that'll give us storage for the stuff that we need to build the vehicle. Then with the transport link, we are going to link the storage to the pad here, and that means that the workers know where to get the stuff for the car that they're building. All right, so before we go into live mode, I'm going to take you to the technology tree. There's three things that three development areas: marketing, production, and research. The first thing you're going to do is go to research and click on research department. You'll see it light up. And that is very important, because without research department, we really can't advance at all. So the first thing we're going to do as we get started in the game is the research department, make sure that that is being developed. So now I'm going to go to the play mode. Up top here we will see that we can hire people, and for the first single production pad we're going to hire 3 mechanics. There you go, doesn't matter which ones they are. And we're going to hire 5 transporters, and that'll get us started. Then the next thing we have to do is decide what car they're going to build. Well, if you click on the assembly pad, you see that there is nothing selected for this pad, so we're going to change the blueprint. We have one blueprint to start the game with, and we're going to select that, and that means that we now have a car that we're going to build here. Alright, so if we get the game going, then this here should go away, and we would see these guys coming into work. There they are. They're going to start getting stuff from the train station, and the mechanics are going to start assembling the car. Now obviously when we build cars, we are going to have to sell them. So we need a sales department. So we're going to go back into the editor and build ourselves a showroom / sales department. And I'm going to build that right up here. I'm going to start with a small one. Put a door in there so people can get in. Now and then, when you have the building, you go back to the you stay into the editor mode, and you're going to go to the sales department, and you're going to give that floor the definition of sales department. So basically you click and drag and color the whole floor of the building with that sales department. And then we can get some, we have a blueprint. This tells us that the research is ready to go, so we can start a research center as well. So let's finish up this sales department first. We can get a desk in there. We use X and Z to rotate the desk. I'm going to put 2 in there right away. We got to look to the future, obviously. We're going to put a cupboard behind these sales desks, because the cupboards are meant to boost sales a little bit. Alright, so we have a sales department. Now when we build cars, we're going to have to park them somewhere, and that's what we do with the P sign on the editing mode. And there we go, we create a parking lot, and then we create parking spots. And we're going to start out with a bunch of parking spots here. And if you don't like the fact that the parking area is a little bit too big, once you click on that, you can resize it very easily. And the same goes for the building. So they thought about pretty much everything. So what we see here is, let's go back into the playing mode, because I still see that we have some red foots here, and that's not what I've experienced before. We should have enough mechanics here. Well, we've got 3 of them, but they're all idle for some reason. Meanwhile, these guys are working their butts off. There we go. They are actually working on the car, and if you zoom in, you can actually see the little people working on the car. It's pretty cool. And it's going to get even cooler because the next thing we're going to build, the salespeople don't have anything to do, obviously, because the car's not finished yet. But when you go into the technology, we've researched the research department. We're going to build that in a minute. We're going to go to the marketing area, and we're going to select advertisement 1. And this is going to be very important because we want to make the people know that we're selling cars. So that advertisement 1, I will show you how it works in a bit. Once it's done, that is very important for the sales of the car. So we're going to go back into the editor mode. We're going to stop the show there real quickly, hit the building, and we're going to make a research department, and I'm going to build it. Let's put it over here. Doesn't have to be a very big building. We're going to put a man door in there, and then we're going to switch over here to the research tab, create the research floor like we did the sales floor, and then we're going to put a blueprint project car in there. As you'll see, it'll stay transparent until we get it to do something. And we're going to put 3 research desks in there, and we're going to go back into the play mode and hire ourselves 3 researchers. New company, we just have friendly talk with them, and not all that important. Let's go back into the play mode and get the clock going again. There you see your 3 researchers. And what we're going to do in the research building is we're going to create new blueprints for newer cars. And that's when you click on that little car that's in there, you're going to change that, and you're going to get a new project. You don't know what it is yet. We're going to get these 3 guys busy. They're going to start working on a new project, and when it's done, we'll see what it is. Alright, so let's go take another look at the tech tree. We are almost done with the advertisement. We'll wait for that as we watch what's going on. First car, oh, there we go. The promotions, it's finished. The advertising thing is finished. So I'm going to go back into the edit mode. And we're going to put that promotion slot in the showroom here. So we're going to put this little car in there. And when you click on this transparent car in here, oops, you got to go to the play mode first. And when you click on this little car here, we're going to change the car that we're promoting. Well, we only have 1 car that we're promoting, so we're going to put that car on the little turning table in the showroom. And as you can see, it's actually on there. So then we're going to activate flyers. That tells us there's a new paper in town, and we're going to give this guy a friendly chess match to do business with him. We're going to do newspaper ads, and we're going to do posters, and that is to promote our vehicle. And you will see that this promotion is essential for really selling anything. So over here, when we take a look at the research center, we can see these guys frantically working on the design of our new vehicle. We're going to go back to the tech tree real quick as well, because we want to increase production as quickly as we can. So we're going to create a research for a better production line, and you'll see that the production line, once that's finished, can be upgraded to 2 production pads, which kind of creates a production line. So I see these red footies here. As you can see, the first car has been finished. It is right here. So let's see, this customer we didn't hire a salesman yet. That might be a good idea. So we're going to hire this guy for sales. There he is. He's walking to the showroom right now because we already have a customer looking through the window, looking at our beautiful little bitty car. As you can see, there's plenty of stuff here for building a new car, so we would like to speed up that building process by creating a production line. So that's why the research for the production is important. All right, as you can see over here, Even at normal speed, these guys are done. You get little messages down here, so they are done. Oh, our production line is also done. We're going to pause this real quick because things are going fast. The researchers are done with the project. So what they have done is they created a new car. Now we're going to have them make sure that this car is going to get ready for production. So we select this car. Those guys are going back to work in their shop, and they're going to go and make sure that we can produce that car in the future. You don't have to produce it, but it is kind of cool to have a bunch of designs ready to go if you want to change. Okay, so let's pause this thing again, and we can now upgrade our production with a new pad that we can link to the first one. Now the bad thing about this is that the car that's already being built is, we're going to lose that if we change the production line. So we're going to finish this thing first, and meanwhile we're going to take another look at the tech tree and choose high-speed conveyors to speed up the transportation between the two pads once we get those installed. So we're going to speed this up a little bit and get this car finished before we're going to change the production line. And as you can see, it's a pretty cool looking game. You can actually see these guys working on the car. They're finishing, they're putting parts on it. Here you can see a guy bringing a fender and he's putting that on there. They use a lot of hammers in this factory, but hey, it gets the job done. The seat coming there. There's a guy with a wheel, and he's putting the wheels on. So this car is getting pretty close to finish. And then you will see it drive to the parking lot. And people that buy the car actually drive it off the lot as well. I think it's just beautifully made. All right, so there's our car. It's done. We're going to pause this real quickly, and we're going to go into the editor again and create that second production pad. You can use Z and X on your keyboard to rotate, and we're going to place this assembly station right here. Then we're going to go to the conveyor, to the transport tab, and create the conveyor by clicking on the first pad and on the second pad. There you have the conveyor connecting the two pads. And then also we need to make a transport link from the parts area to that second pad. So now we have a short production line of two pads, and if you click on the pads in the play mode, then you see that over here station 1 is used for the chassis, suspension, and so on, including the dashboard, and the second station is for the body frame, fenders, and so forth, and so on, and so on, and so on. You can actually change that. You can change the amount of work that is being done on each station, which, when you get more than 2 stations, obviously is gonna be helpful. Now we only have 3 mechanics working on these 2 pads, so I'm going to hire another mechanic so I have at least 2 of them working on the production. I'm going to keep these transport guys on the amount of 5. All right, so we're going to click on this here and make sure that we still have the same car on the production line, because our other car is not yet finished and we might actually want to create a new line. So there we go. We are, as you can see, the only bug that I can think of here is that you lose all the parts when you create a new line. When you have a different car, I can see that being an issue, because the new car will have other parts, but we're using the same car here on this line, but we have to refill that storage area from scratch again. So I think that's a little bit of a bug here. We got one car that is on the parking lot. That was the car we just finished, and as you can see here, there's a customer right here talking to our salesman, and our salesman is doing his very best to persuade this guy to drive off in that beautiful little black car. And as you can see, there he goes. He's very happy with his new machine, his Markmobile, and there he goes. He drives it off the lot, and wouldn't you know it, I think these developers have done a terrific job in creating a very fun little environment here. And off he goes. So, salespeople are waiting for the next customer, obviously, and in the meanwhile, in the research area, they are done developing that second car. If you want to give them another job, then you click on change again. We're going to give them another job and get back to work, guys. Alright, we're going to check our tech tree here. The high-speed conveyors have been developed, so the transportation from the first to the second assembly pad should go a little bit quicker. So what we're going to do next is we're going to go to the production line with 4 pads. We're going to develop that, and we might need that for our next car. The Type T is ready for production. If you hit one of these and you can actually change the blueprint, you see you have that second car that is actually ready for production. We're not going to change anything right now. We're going to stay with the same car here and try to sell some more first. Alright, so we have the research team working on the doubling the production line, and after that's done, we're going to get the research working on another sales promotion slot in the showroom, and then we can maybe set up our next production. And there you can see first part of the car is done. The second part is being built there. The chassis has been put on the line there. And there's somebody bringing the first part of the body, working on that. I don't know why these little feet here aren't going away. A little bug, I think. We've got all the parts we need right there. Another customer in the showroom taking a look at our beautiful car here on that little pad. Oops. And as you can see, you got quite a bit of room to expand, and obviously everything is going to cost you money, so we're going to have to keep an eye on the money. If you hover over this here, we can see that we have sold 2 cars. The factory popularity right now is at 572 out of 2,000. We have 1 product that we are offering on the market, and our total product popularity is 29 out of I don't know how much. And you can click these accomplishments away. I think we have our production line number 2 is completed. So let's go to that tech tree. Yep, there it is. Let's go to the marketing area here and develop the advertisement second slot, which will give you 2 slots in the showroom. You're going to need a slot for promotion of each vehicle. So if you decide to go and build a second vehicle, you need those 2 slots to promote that vehicle. Let's take a look at the sales promotion, how that works. Here you can see the demand of the car. You have the products that you have in production, details, and this is the promotions that are activated on this particular vehicle. You can sell the you can change the sales price here. Right now it's marked up at 70%, so I think those sales prices are pretty good. Then this right economy tab here is where you can get a loan if you need one. We're probably going to need one because we're spending more money. And this is your blueprints research. We have, as we have seen before, we have 2 cars that we have ready for production. All right, let's take a look at the advertisement there. That second slot is at 85%. And there it's done. And the next thing we're going to do right away is the waiting room. We're hoping for more people. And if we have a waiting room, that means that they will stick around and wait for the next available salesperson. And as you can see, somebody is in here to buy another vehicle. We have one in stock, so he's going to drive that one off. Well, I guess he changed his mind. Let's click on the on the research car again, and this is the car that they have developed, but I'm not interested in this car right now. I want to do another project, and you'll see why here in a minute. And these guys are frantically getting at it again. Now, all the cars that are ready for production or developed, you don't necessarily have to develop them in order to use them in Indianapolis, and that's what we're going to get at. All right, so let's finish a couple more vehicles. We could use making a little bit more money, because I think we started out with 6,000 or something like that, and we're down to about half of that. So we have one vehicle about to be done here, and another one on its way. And a third one, as you can see. And this is the idea, obviously, when you grow bigger and you get further down in time, obviously you're going to want long lines to keep the flow of new cars coming. And I think the developers have done a phenomenal job of setting up this stuff. This is really a very cool game, and it looks great. All right, so we have another car in the parking lot. As you can see, we have 3 customers. Let's go take a look at the waiting room has been unlocked. So we're going to go to the editor mode real quick and put the waiting room in there. Use X and Z to turn these things around. They can sit there and talk to each other while they're waiting on a salesman. And production is not high enough for me yet to hire another salesman, I don't think. We can see the salesman is being busy here. Now, these couches are meant for people waiting to buy. I see a lot of people leaving. That's they're not buying our car. Maybe we should start thinking about the production of the new car. All right, so let's go take a look at the research guys. They have developed, yes indeed, they have developed the custom racing car. So we're going to have them develop that ready for production. We don't actually need to produce it because it's not a car that I would think would sell very much. There we have another car sold. All right, so they're working on the race car, and we're going to expand the factory and start building the other car. And the other car that we have, as you can see, is the Type T Classic, the red car. Alright, so let's go into the editor mode. And making the building bigger is very, very easy. You can click on the building, and then when you hover over that wall, you can drag that wall and create a bigger building that way. Now, you can also create a partially bigger building if you just click building and you go like this. There you go, you have a bigger building that way. So that is really easy to create. All right, let's set up a 4-slot production line for the other car. So this is the final one, second one, third one, fourth one. All right, we're going to connect everything with the conveyor belt. Just click on the little blue dot, and we have to make a garage door to be able to get these cars out. And connect the conveyor to the exit here, and this is where you Have to redo your garage. Click on the garage door, move it up just a little, and there you go. It needs to align for the car to be able to go out. Alright, so we're gonna connect the part storage with the 4 production pads, and we're going to go into the play mode and select a vehicle to build, which is going to be the T Classic car, and there we go. Now it's going to show us that we don't have parts, which is because we need to create a second pad of parts, because this is a different car and it can't use the same parts evidently. So we're gonna do this. And let's see. This is where it gets a little tricky. I think that's a bug as well. You can't undo the connections that you've made. At least I haven't figured out how to do that yet. So what we're going to do here is create a storage pad for one line and a storage pad for the other, like this. So we're going to have to make new connections. This one for this vehicle. Oops, and this one for the new vehicle. And then we're going to go back into the play mode. Let's hit the road jack. Hey, and a good thing is we didn't change any vehicle here, so they kept on building on whatever was there. So now obviously 4 mechanics and 5 guys, that's just not going to cut it. So we're going to hire another bunch of mechanics to build cars. We're going to buy or hire another bunch of transport guys. Oh, new power in town, Ferry Motor Company. Well, send them a flower bouquet. We love competition. So we've got 12 transporters now and 10 mechanics to build the cars for us. All right, so there we go. We got a bunch of customers waiting. Cars getting pretty popular. It says that this one is not connected, but it actually is. So let's see what happens. They're working on it. They're working on the first chassis there. One guy carries the engine block, which is that's a pretty strong guy. All right, so let's go and check the research. They can finish researching this T model standard car. Keep them busy. All right, and let's go and take a look at our research trees. We're gonna want better results from the newspaper ads, so we're going to keep on going on the newspaper ads there. And I'm going to probably not go this way with the advertisement slots, because I'm probably not going to build more than 2 different cars. Alright, so as you can see down here, we are getting pretty low on cash. It'll probably tell us pretty soon that we need to go and get a loan. We've got 4 customers waiting, so hopefully they hurry up with those cars. And for that, I'm actually going to hire a second salesman. We already have 2 desks anyway. So we got quite a few people working here right now, and as you can see. Now, one thing that is, maybe I hope they'll work on that. See, the people are walking right through all these crates and stuff, and would be a little bit more realistic if you would have to have like paths where they can walk down or something like that. But, still, I think it looks pretty cool. Alright, they're starting on our second T model over there on that line. Mechanics are working on. And again, if you click on that line, you can see what is all done at each different station. There we go. We are running out of money, so we need a loan. So let's go for the middle one, the $2,000 loan. That'll give us the cash we need to keep going. And then right now we're just gonna wait for some cars to get done here. So let's speed things up a little bit. See if everybody is. If you click on the tab where it says workers, that tells you that everybody's busy, which also tells you that you might want to hire some more people, which is what we're going to do. 15 mechanics, and we have everybody in transport working their butts off. But as you can see, they have everything pretty stocked, so let's see if they can keep this up. Alright, 6 customers waiting, so let's hurry on up with these cars. And this tells me that there might actually be an issue here. Well, I don't really know what the issue is. See if it says something. No, it doesn't say anything like that. Up here in the top right corner, you have some quests, and looks like we have already reached any car's demand. So either one of those cars, the demand has been met. We are selling 6 out of 10 cars. We're on our way to get that target. Produce 0 out of 10 cars. So from the moment the quest started, we haven't really produced anything. Let's see if we can figure out what's going on. We don't have parts here that we need, so maybe there's just not enough room. We're gonna extend this thing here. Get some more pallets in there. It's a bigger car, maybe it needs more parts. I don't know. There you go, that helped. That definitely helped. And there's something wrong over there too. It's getting everything it needs, but it's not being finished. Maybe we need to hire even more mechanics. Oop, these are all idle. They're not working. Figure out why that is. Oh, they need more parts, more room for parts as well. Yes. All right, so we're gonna make this one bigger as well. Put some more pallets in there and see what happens. I haven't had that before. They're building the other ones, but they're not finishing this one for some reason. does show that it has all the parts. You can blow that up and see exactly what parts they're waiting on. I'm a little bit off here about what's going on. Oh, we need another. We need more money. Nothing's happening on the money. So let's get that $4,000 loan and keep this factory afloat. Let's see here. They're not finishing this car either. Why? Some of them are working. There we go. There. We're going to finish some of the T models. Hopefully, we're going to sell some of them. I still haven't figured out what's going on here. They're working on it. There we go. Well, evidently, when you don't have enough room for parts, they're just gonna quit. Now, what I miss a little bit is the fact that the game does not tell you that. It doesn't give you a warning or anything like that. There we go. We're selling some cars again. There goes one of the little ones. And we've got 3 of those bigger ones coming. They're finally working on that line as well. So evidently that was part of our problem. Let's go take a look at these quests. Produced 4 cars. We're getting close to selling everything here. The money is still a problem, but let's just we're going to keep these researchers. Let's not spend any money here, or at least we can give them another project. Let's give them another project so they do something. 6 people waiting. There is another vehicle. There you go. 2 salesmen are working hard to get that thing sold. And there it is. Off she goes. There's another one of the little type. The first type. There's another one. Now we're cooking. 2 cars ready. And we're making a little bit of money here. We brought it back up to $1,600. So that's kind of what we're looking for. We have cleared another quest. There you go. 9 cars out of 10 produced. And the next one is going to roll off the line here fairly shortly. There we go. We have the first year finished. And it looks like we're doing pretty good on best factory overall, as you can see here. We are also doing good on the tech awards. We have a high-tech factory, so we've been doing good on the research. Profits, we are making profits, although we had to borrow some money to keep the cash flow alive, but we are making money. We've sold 14 cars in total. We are offering 2 models, and our popularity is at 1230 of 2000. Alright, so it says the new quest is keep developing your factory, and the next bi-yearly review is in 173 days. So I'm just gonna let this stuff roll here for a little bit and make sure that we keep selling some vehicles. And the one thing I've totally forgotten about is our second promotion slot. That's going to help. So we're going to go to the sales. We're going to put the second turntable in here in the showroom. Go back to play mode, click on that one, and change the car that we're selling on that one. So we got both models in the showroom, and we're going to activate these 3 ways of making promotions, and we're going to develop promotion some more. The poster ads are going to be next, so hopefully that'll get more people in here. Look at that, we got 6 people waiting to be sold a car, and there goes another one of the T models. They're flowing out pretty good. Alright, so little hiccups in there, but they're flowing pretty good right now. There's another T model being brought to the parking area. We've got plenty of parking space. And as you can see, this game really flows pretty nicely. All right, so there's a announcement. The race is being announced. We have worked hard on expanding our manufacture. Now it might be the time to become a genuine big player in the world of car production. This year's Indianapolis 501 race is the best opportunity for us. We will need to produce a car worthy of the race. Well, I got good news for us. Save some money for sponsorship. Take care of your reputation to attract the best drivers. This is going to be an intense year. All right. So, if you look at the cars we developed, there she is, our custom racing car. And that car is actually the fastest vehicle we have. So, we already have our car developed. We need to focus on the other part of the quest, which is have a total of $10,000. The more money you have, the better driver you can get in that car, and obviously that's going to give you a better shot at winning the Indianapolis 501. 172 days before that race is going. We've got some time, so let's just keep on producing some cars. We can keep our researchers busy to create another project. Why not? And as you can see, production is coming along nicely. The line up here for the bigger car, the T model, is coming along. And that might be a good time here to click on this and show you that you can change the color of the car. And the next one that we are going to produce is going to be blue. And you will see that the next one that's getting ready to be built, we will wind up being a blue machine. Alright, so this one here is doing pretty good. The Jag number 3. You can change the color on that one as well, although I like this kind of car. Looks kind of like a horse carriage, and I think black's a nice color for that one. I don't know why, it just looks good. Alright, so as here is plenty of action in the sales department. The 2 salesmen that we've hired are pretty busy here. There's plenty of people waiting, so we're making some money. Up to $3,000 is our bank account, so this is coming along pretty good. Here comes another T model off the line. I like how the car, one of the transport guys jumping into that car and hurrying on up, bring it over there. And another salesman, both salesmen. There you go, another one sold. Let's take a look. 30 cars sold already. Let's take a look at the tech tree and make our billboard ads more effective. And in production, the next step in production, if you scroll to the right, is more steps in the production line. You can go as far as 12 steps in the production line, but for now that's really not necessary. You can work on the development team being more creative. Right now, that is, for the main game, for the full game, all that stuff's going to be important, I'm sure. But for this demo campaign or scenario, it's really not that important. There you go. We have the blue ones coming off the line, and change of color. I'm not sure if you can hold the sales department and just, well, I guess you could shut it down and just save all those cars in a large parking lot. But why would you do that if you can sell them right away? All right, development guys are strolling along with nothing to do, so let's see what they've come up with. They have developed a big luxury car, large and luxurious, the Abraham L. I don't know if you could rename the cars. That would be kind of cool as well. All right, the Type T 4-door. Let's have them develop that one. Maybe that's a car that we can put on a line if things keep going good. We're a little steady on the money right now. 3622, not quite our goal of 10,000. 106 days left till the big race. It looks like everything is going well. Let's keep an eye on, oh, everybody's working. There's only one or two guys idle, and these transport guys are working their butts off. One salesman idle, and we have the researchers working pretty hard. Let's go to the tech tree real quick, and it looked like we have unlocked the billboards, so let's do the radio ads. And in the detail here, now you can see that obviously we're doing two cars. If you look at the details of the other car, and we can do the billboards activated on that car. Let's do it on both of them, really. And these are your promotions that you have open for the two slots. One slot for the small car and one for the T Classic. Alright, I'm going to just let this go for a little bit. We're at 3,600. As far as our bank account is concerned, cars are coming off the line, and as you can see, these cars, the production lines where there's more slots, they keep going a little bit better. They run those cars off the line pretty quickly. Another one ready. See if we can tell how many we've sold. 42. That's pretty good for the little demo that we're playing here. Alright, two cars. We have 5 customers waiting. There goes another one. This guy is buying the little one, the Jack or whatever it's called. There goes the T model. And I think we have the newspaper ads unlocked. Oh, we've got a lot of stuff we've got done. Can't keep up. We got to click these away. And let's see our promotion here. We can activate the radio advertisements. There we go. Hopefully that'll get more customers in the door. We've already got 6 people waiting. Now, if this were the full game, I would start to develop that even further and get more salespeople in and optimize my production. But right now, I just want to sell cars, get that money up as close to 10,000 as I can get it, so I can get the best driver for that big race. All right. Sometimes you got to click something else before that research car will light up. So we're going to get these people working again. There's no point in them sitting still and doing absolutely nothing. Just develop the big car. So if we want, we can pretty much choose any car we like to go to the race with or to start a new production line. But as you can see here, we're not making a huge amount of money. Maybe we're selling the cars too cheap. We can drive up the price a little bit, obviously. Yeah, we could do that. This one, this one's the cheapest. Let's move it up a little bit. And it tells you here that when you're making it too expensive or more expensive, the sell chance penalty will be about 5%. Well, with as many people as we have in the waiting room, I think I'm going to take that chance. We're selling more of the bigger car anyway. So if you take a look on Steam on the page of this new game that's in development, there isn't a release date being given just yet. There's a few videos on there that will show you what it's going to look like once you get further down in time, with new cars being developed, the factory getting bigger and bigger and bigger, obviously. And those videos give you a pretty good idea of what it's all going to look like. So take a look at that on Steam while we are having another year summary. It looks like the competition is doing good on most cars produced. It looks like we're still doing pretty good on best factory overall, and we're also doing all right on the high-tech factory and on the most happy factory. So our workers are happy workers. and we're not the biggest factory, but that's okay. We're not doing great in the money department. I think those loans are weighing a little heavy on our cash flow. Let's take a look at that. We have one loan that has a $200 payment a week, and one loan. Did we pay them all off? Yeah, we paid them off, but they were heavy on our. They were pretty heavy on our cash flow. So that means that if it's not the loans that's keeping us down, then we're just not doing all that great. We're selling cars. That's not the issue. The money is just not going all that fast. Maybe we do have a little bit too many workers. See how many of them are idle. No. Mechanics are all at work. Transport guys are all at work. Salespeople are idle. I think they take breaks in between. Every once in a while you see customers leaving. And we sold another car. There goes the little Jag. There you go. Yeah, I'm a little concerned here with the money flow. It's not we're not doing really good. Let's see how we are on time. The big race is in 2 days, so we can't fix it. There we go. This is what we wanted, what we were looking for. As you can see, we don't produce the Master B, but we can use it for the race, and we can find ourselves a driver. Well, the more money you have, the better driver you can get. We can hire nothing better than Jonathan Clapp, so we're going to have to go with that. We confirm the selection. This is the drivers that are all ready. This is our competition. And, well, we had the fastest car because this is the results. Jonathan Clapp in the Master B is the winner of the first Indianapolis 501. All right, so if you hit continue, that's your summary of your demo right there. We have produced 69 cars, 62 of which were sold. We lost money, we lost $5,814. This has taken us 1 year, 5 months. 32 people were hired. They were happy to serve you, and all of them were happy that you didn't fire them. And that, folks, concludes the demo of Car Manufacture, a really cool game. If you are interested in games like this, download the demo on Steam and let them know that with these possibilities right here, let them know what you think of it. And I'm looking forward to the full game. Thank you very much for watching.